Bob, first your reaction to all this?
Well, it's both surprising and disappointing, and as Phil LeBeau said, let's not forget that he's innocent until proven guilty. But as for retaining the CEO or presidency or a chairmanship of Renault, if he is in fact found guilty of a felony underreporting taxes or misappropriating company property, there's no way that another large corporation in the world is going to retain him as CEO. I mean, that's just out of the question. So if he loses the Nissan job, I mean, they're basically all gone. And he's 64 anyway, and he has many, many millions. I'm both surprised at this and in a way not too surprised, because Carlos has always, since I've first known him, a highly capable person of very, very high intelligence, but also extremely aware of his own capabilities and his own importance. And that type of personality can slip into, borderline behavior. And then no CEO is immune to CEO disease. Think about it. Everywhere he goes, all three corporations, nothing but admiration, adulation, yes, boss, et cetera, So you get no negative feedback ever. I mean, the President of the United States, at least he reads the media, so there's some constant negative feedback. But a CEO never gets any. And so CEOs tend to develop, in the business we call it CEO disease. CEOs tend to develop this, oh God, I am God's gift to leadership, and everybody loves me, and I'm fabulous. And over a while, they tend to believe that they're above the rules and above the law, and then they start misbehaving.
Yeah, the emperor mystique. Yep, we've seen it and heard of it. Bob, what about the impact actually on the alliances, on the cross ownership, Renault, Fiat, Nissan?
I think Carlos Ghosn quite wise, and I was a huge critic of it at the time it happened. I said it would never work, and to my amazement, it has worked fabulously well for both companies, and that will continue because the business is getting more competitive. We have new mobility encroaching on profitability and new car sales and so forth. So the three-way sharing between Mitsubishi, Renault, and Nissan will continue because it's just plain the right thing to do.
You say that the alliance will continue, but is it an occasion to change anything strategically, to emphasize certain things more or less with the potential change of leadership here, Bob?
Well, that's hard to say, but that's very hard to project right now. But I would imagine that the fact that that alliance has worked for all three companies means that they'll find a way to continue it.
And what about some of the goals that Ghosn had set out for many years, whether it be, a largely electric fleet and a number of other important sort of ambitious things that he had in mind? Do those fall by the wayside?
Well, I think they may be replaced by other goals that are more realistic or less publicized, because what we tend to forget is that many of those goals that he put out there and said, Nissan market share will be such and such by the year such and such, they never materialized anyway. So sometimes setting difficult goals will energize the organization to reach them. Sometimes they won't. And sometimes unrealistic goals will cause the organization to do anything they have to do to reach the goal, and that can sometimes trigger unethical behavior or stupid behavior, like in the case of Nissan in the US, for a while, excessive incentives and basically giving away the profitability in order to make the market share goal. So I don't think that Carlos Ghosn's incredible goals will be missed at all.